Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hollow Knight. Last time, somehow I'm forgetting what we did last time, right? We explored the top of Queen's Gardens, and then we went over this way and discovered the secret entrance into the giant beehive resting underneath Kingdom's Edge. That made up most of the episode, where at the end we defeated the Hive Knight and got a new charm, Hive Blood. That has a very interesting use case. After that, I think I did a couple of other small things. Oh yeah, we discovered that the bank in Fog Canyon was a scam all along, and the thief attempted to run off to the Pleasure House Spa, but we found her there and took all the money back. This time, I'm inside the Colosseum because I'd like to start today off by challenging the second trial. But I'm actually going to replay the first trial first, not only to show what happens after Zote leaves the Colosseum, after Zote isn't present anymore in the Colosseum, but also to demonstrate a little something about the Colosseum that I'm not sure if it's completely true, but I've heard that it might be, and so I'd like to try showing it off. So I'm actually going to go in with the charms I have on right now. This charm loadout will really discourage me from taking any damage, considering I can't heal anything, and that's what I want to try to do throughout the first trial. I want to do it without taking as little damage as possible, because I think there's a little something that happens if you do. So we're going to replay the first trial, because you are allowed to replay the first trial whenever you want. And like I said, the trials are not randomized. They always have the same pattern of enemies each and every time. So this will be very familiar to us. I also can't wait to try nail arts on these fools. Literally, this is the Colosseum of Fools. I also love how, last time we fought here, I completely never brought attention to the dead guy in the middle there. I believe that guy is the Lord Fool. And if we were to dream nail the guy hanging outside that welcomes us in, he says something about the Lord Fool, like, please accept me in combat again. I don't know if I've actually dream nailed him yet. I was gonna say, maybe I didn't have the dream nail when I first came here. No, I definitely did. That was episode 11. I definitely had the dream nail. Oh, I got their journal entry. We'll have something to look at afterwards. I don't know how I avoided damage there. Benefit of having Joni's Blessing is now I no longer have to feel anxious about using up my soul on spells, because it's all I can use it on. If you ever want to train yourself to use spells more, Joni's Blessing might be a good charm to put on for a while. Oh my god, I can hit that! Oh god! It falls back down! Okay, good. Good thing I stayed out of the way, just in case. Oh, that was close. Good to know, though. Oh my god. Okay, that's kind of dumb. I hate how they could just stop in their tracks like that. With Zote now gone, these two Guru's mothers are the final boss of this trial. So once they go down, the trial is done. I've counted and I think I've taken 6 hits thus far. There's still time to take more, but we'll see how this goes. I don't know how many hits I took on my first run of this, back in episode 11. I might need to try doing this twice, actually, to see, like, try it again, and this time, okay, 7. Let's say 7, 8. Okay, this is starting to become less and less accurate of a depiction of if this is true or not as time goes by. Okay, there they go. Let's see how much geo I get from this now. So this trial will reward you anywhere from 1,000 to 1,024 geo, and I got exactly 1,000. Okay, last time I got 1,006, and I don't know if I took more or fewer hits. I'm going to run this trial one more. Oh, I got 1,002. The maximum is 1,024. So what I was pretty sure was a mechanic, and I'm no longer fully sure if it is a mechanic, is that the amount of geo you're given depends on how many hits you've taken. Whereas the more hits you've taken, the less geo you get. I'm going to run the trial one more time. I'm going to heal myself first, though. And we're going to see if I get more geo from that. Might even have to run it a 3rd time just to be absolutely sure. Okay, Fury of the Fallen, get out of here. I'm actually going to take this time to show off a new mechanic. I have 2 charms remaining, and what I want to equip right now is Quick Slash. I could unequip this, but then that would make it harder to use nail lights. What if I just really wanted to put this charm on? If you try to cram a charm on in that bonus slot, it will eventually concede and let you equip it in exchange for becoming overcharmed. What this means, we now have an aura around our health. Everything now deals double damage. If you take a 1 damage hit, you will now take 2 damage. And if you take a 2 damage hit, you will now take 4 damage. This might also extend to hazards. I'm not sure. I felt like I took damage to a hazard while being overcharmed and didn't take 2 damage before, so I'm not quite sure if that applies. But yeah, this time I'm gonna go in with double damage being taken, so I'm especially looking to not get hit for this one, in exchange for having Quick Slash on. I think this is a really cool idea for a mechanic, and it is one of the main ways you can make Hollow Knight really challenging for yourself, even after you've mastered the game like I have. And so I think from this point on, I'm going to be overcharming myself for some of these challenges, and we're going to see how they go. Only took 1 hit that whole time. If I don't get a higher payout from this, I will be sorely disappointed in you people. That was rough. I almost did it hitless. Sadly, not quite enough. 1007. Okay. It appears to be random then, how much you get. They just give you random things. I don't think it has anything to do with anything. I swear that I read that on the wiki, and I wanted to double check it in-game because I went back to read it again and it said nothing about it, so it's just a random amount. That would be cool as a little bonus, but it makes sense because, you know, you took a bunch of damage, we're gonna give you 24 less Geo. What a decrease, what a loss, holy shit. Okay, now it's time for Trial of the Conqueror, as you've all been waiting for. I will remain overcharmed going into it though, but I do want to switch out my stuff. I think I'm gonna take off Joni's Blessing. I think that was fun for the reattempts of the first one, but not so fun anymore. I'm gonna put on Weaver's Song, and then I need a 2-notch charm to carry this out. Sure. I mean, I might end up at 1 mask on occasion, and if that's the case, with Quick Slash and Shaman Stone backing me up, and maybe the Nailmaster's Glory as well, this could really work. So, let's go in with this. I'm gonna take my spiders into battle at the Colosseum. Don't worry, they can't be killed. No minions can be killed. No battle companions can be killed in this game whatsoever. They are all invincible. It's very nice. I don't have to worry about them. I can just focus on my own gameplay. Fight for Geo and a rare medal. Let's go in. You've placed your mark. The great gate is open. Go on. Step into the Colosseum and cut your way to victory. His voice probably gets raspier the longer he's stuck up there. Oh, fool, give me another chance. I'll prove my strength to you. He's dead. Just so you know. Just so you're aware. He's kind of dead. Okay, so since I have an even amount of masks and I'm going to be taking 2 damage per hit, I need to take damage and then heal 1 in order to get use out of Fury of the Fallen. Potential use. So I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to have to be doing that at some point. That is good to know. If you have an even number of health and you're going up against a 2 damage dealing foe, Fury of the Fallen might not help you as well, so make sure to keep track of that. Because it only activates when you're at 1 mask. Alright, I'm here to conquer! Not just be a lousy warrior anymore. We start with a new enemy, Heavy Fool. These guys are basically the same as the Heavy Sentries from City of Tears. In every way, they have the same attack patterns and everything. And then, fittingly enough, the Flying Fools here, the Winged Fools, are the same as the Winged Sentries. Oh my god. They even have similar voices. It's funny. I guess they hail from the same places. The fools hired the highest and brightest members of the Hallownest military. Highest and brightest members is all I had, I'm sorry. All right, here we go, heal 1. And now I'm gonna avoid healing for a while so we can get some potential use out of Fury of the Fallen. Another new enemy, Armored Squits. They are squits from Green Path, but bigger and tankier, and that's about it. Oh my, okay, cool. This is off to a great start. We're having more, but with spikes, just like the Primal Aspids from the first trial. Oh god, I'm sure there are more Primal Aspids here. I mean, of course there are gonna be. Jesus, okay. Okay, I see how it is. I'm gonna heal up. This is a little too early for this. Alright, gonna keep my health odd, though. And pound on you from above, because you don't have any moves to counter that. Oh, now you're coming at me with a little space for me to stand. I see how it is. You can bounce along the spikes if you feel like it. It's hard, though. Okay, now we got scattered platforms with a Primal Aspid and a Squid. Oh god, oh god. For some reason, I can never get the hang of these armored squits. I might actually die here. I might actually die here. I might actually die here. Damn it! I knew it was gonna happen. First unintentional death of the playthrough right there. That's what I get for overcharming, but hey. If I didn't die now, when was I going to die, honestly? Give me my shade back. That is the purpose of this room. Your shade is stored here, so no, you do not have to go back into battle to retrieve it. That would be terrible. I think our shade is capable of a little bit more now. It takes more hits because I've increased my health bar, but actually no. It can use all the 3 spells, but it's been able to do that for a long time. What am I saying? All right, attempt 2. Yes, you must restart from the very beginning of these trials. It's quite punishing. Oh my god, that's a great start. Thanks, Weaverlings. I need you guys. Oh, Jesus, I'm doing so bad! What the fuck? No, oh my god! Maybe I needed, like, another helpful charm. Maybe I can bring in a fragile charm? Risk it for the biscuit? Honestly, I might want to. Oh my, oh jeez, okay. While I'm doing this, may as well mention some fun facts about this place. As I've told you in previous videos, Hollow Knight had a Kickstarter to fund its release and fund the game's, development. It had a lot of stretch goals that I'm going to go over more in detail at a later date. I think right now, most of them aren't that relevant, except for one. The Colosseum of Fools was a stretch goal. And although the main Kickstarter campaign actually didn't hit the stretch goal, it was eventually funded anyway by PayPal backers, so it ended up being in the game as is. Originally, Team Cherry were also planning to push it off for maybe a free DLC update release, as they have done with their other free DLC updates, which, again, I'll be going over later. Right now, they're not extremely relevant. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I'm healing. I'm healing. Okay, we're good. We're good. But they decided to include it on the launch release version of the game because they just felt like it was important to have right from the get-go. I get the feeling that they were originally going to do more with this place than just have, like, 3 levels and then that's it. Like, an endless mode. I'm kind of surprised there's no endless mode in this type of thing with randomized waves, but I suppose they preferred the handcrafted format. You fucking idiot. Oh, right! I forgot about that! This launches bellflies at you to trip you up. Okay, I gotta heal. Bellflies deal 4 damage to me because they deal 2 damage ordinarily. I gotta heal that up. Okay, we have an odd amount of health now. We're good. Ooh, now we're having hoppers. Okay. Very cool. I like how then they mix in unexpected enemies to this. All right, let me do this more. I said I was gonna try using nail arts more, and I'm gonna stick by my words, damn it. There we go. It's actually really effective at clearing these guys out. It's very good. Okay, now we do want to be careful, though, because the great hoppers are here. All right. And, oh my god. Oh, no, oh god. Okay, good. I don't think they deal 2 damage. Ordinarily. Of course they deal 2 damage now. I'm just saying ordinarily. Okay. Because the Great Slash there kind of stuns me. Oh, but my Weaverlings got him just fine. Nope, heal. I don't know why I didn't finish that heal. Just worth noting, if you stop healing in the middle of your heal process, the soul is used up. Grub, you're not an enemy. How could they do this to you? That's what you think, says the Grub Mimic. Those are actually kind of hard to kill, not gonna lie. Alright, heal up 2 again, because it feels like I need to heal up 2 every single freaking 2 seconds. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, I need to get up. Okay. Gotta stay above the shielded guys, because that's how you avoid their attacks forever, permanently. Okay, the platform disappeared in the middle of that. That was spooky. Okay. I'd love to get Fury of the Fallen some use. It's just that regular enemies are harder to avoid for me than bosses are, especially when they're, like, combined together in weird ways like this. And again, though, like, you know, I should show it off. I was at least able to show off its visual effects for a brief amount of time. That's what the red was. It wasn't the fact that I was low on health. That's not what the effects normally look like. That's was Fury of the Fallen kicking in. Oh, God. There is a really helpful help that Fury of the Fallen tip with Fury of the Fallen that I should show off later. It's hard to achieve in the regular world, but it is existent. I'll probably show it off after this, to be honest. Okay, now, as you can see, we have no place to stand. We are unable to heal this entire time. And we're being attacked by Squid and you, and my soul freaks are going the wrong direction. Stop! Shoot where you're supposed to shoot! Oh my god, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Unfortunately, my soul is unaffected by this. Weaverlings, help! Okay, we got it, okay, we got it. Oh my god, oh my god. Nope. Okay, this is intense. I'm gonna focus now. You get the idea with the enemies. We've seen everything new. Can't break the lanterns in the background, such a shame. Oh god, I was worried it was gonna be primal aspids. Yes, I'm focusing. These are my focus noises. And this is my focus ability. Alright, now we're in a comfortable position. What do we have? Ooh, okay. These are a new one. These are armored obels. Don't know if that's their exact name, but yeah, they're obels from Green Path, but tankier. You're starting to see a theme with these. Yeah, the regular obels from Green Path wouldn't be, or the squits from Green Path would die in one hit, so they wouldn't be any challenge at all. So they made armored variants of it that take more damage, just so they can be a challenge. I'm sure you understand. That does make sense, though. You're supposed to find this much later on in the game, which by then you'll probably have damage upgrades. And then the early enemies are no problem to you anymore, so they put in harder versions. It makes enough sense, and it doesn't feel like lazy enemy reuse either. Like, oh, we took this enemy, we colored them blue, and now it has more health and can, like, do a lightning attack now or something. It's nothing like that from a JRPG or something. It's actually, like, a different enemy from a different part of the world, and it also has armor on, which is why it's harder to kill. It makes sense. Alright. Well, I guess we're gonna see no Fury of the Fallen action this time. That's fine. I mean, we have time. Okay, let me put myself at odd health, just in case. When you launch them up to the ceiling, for whatever reason, all of their fireballs spawn inside the platform, so then they end up all being canceled. Ooh, okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. Okay. Now, the boss of Trial of the Conqueror is the Oblobbles! They are siblings or friends or something? I'm not really sure. Or maybe a couple. I don't know. Maybe a married couple? They are basically huge obels that shoot fireballs in all those different directions as you're seeing there, that then float up and down. Their movement patterns can be really weird to get used to, so let me tell you a simple hint. If they're flying in the opposite direction of you, if you hit them, they will immediately turn and start flying in your direction. So I hit that obel as it was floating up, it now immediately started floating down towards me. And same goes if it's like floating away from you, it'll then immediately turn. This is bad. Oh god, okay. So that's really good to know. It will help you avoid their contact damage so much easier. And then all you have to focus on is the fireballs. Okay. Or so we know them now. Infection balls. Oh, Jesus. Okay. When one of them falls, the other shields up a fair ways and then goes in crazy, shooting fireballs much faster and moving much faster. Oh, no. Oh, no. Gotta stay away. Okay. Thank you, Weaverlings. Holy shit. And Fury of the Fallen helped a little bit there, too. That's Trial of the Conqueror. Your reward for this is not only a special item, but 2,000 up to 2020 Geo. And I only got 2,000. I guess because I took a lot of hits, maybe. Or I just got the short end of the stick. It's another piece of pale ore. I have so many of these now. There's genuinely only one more in the game. That's how many of them I have. But again, I'll be saving my nail upgrades until later because I'm happy with the nail damage I'm doing right now. That was a close one, but I'm glad I got it second try. Let's go heal the fuck up because I need it. These veins at the edge of my vision are giving me very, very bad vibes. Or whatever. Let's put them on. And then let's unovercharm. Let's take something off. How about you two? Or no, we can keep you on. Ah yes, I accidentally revealed this earlier, but I didn't acknowledge it at all because I honestly didn't remember that this was a thing. We're now getting to the point in the game where I should start going over special charm combinations, and so I've got one right here. Grub Song and Weaver Song, when put on together, have a unique effect, and that is that the Weaver Songs now give 3 soul per hit upon hitting an enemy. They only do that when Grub Song is equipped along with it. I'm not sure why, I guess just because it's 2 charms that have song in their name, so you put them on together and you get a nice little effect. Isn't that cool? Alright, I have an entire second soul meter to fill up. Anyway, I do want to talk one more time about the Colosseum sound design. God, it's so cool. Like, when you're down here, you have all the snoring guys with the loud music up above, and then when you're actually in the battle, it's like you can feel the air moving, you can feel the loud music as you're battling, the echoed sounds of the cages coming up from the floor. It really feels like you're there. It feels like you're fighting in a combat arena. It's so cool. So well done. Welcome back, warrior. Make a contribution and you can enter the Trial of the Fool. I'll unlock this because I have nothing else to spend Geo on, but I am not doing this right now because holy crap, that is way harder than the first 2. So enter if you dare. I'm gonna get myself like fully upgraded before tackling that one, especially with some plans that I have regarding it. Anyway, that's it for Colosseum. So let's get moving on to our next big target of the day. The Dreamer in City of Tears. Lurien the Watcher, as he is known as. Gonna make my way down to him through Kingdom's Edge. I saw that. You can't hide from me. I sounded like Roxanne Wolf from Security Breach. I bet you don't even have friends. I got like 3 voice lines each, I swear. Monty, doesn't Monty have like the one, hey, little guy? That's it. That's all he ever says in those videos. In the few videos I've seen of Security Breach. Hey, little guy. That game's so freaking weird. I vaguely considered buying it at one point, but changed my mind once I remembered. It's just kind of a shit game. Sorry, Five Nights at Freddy's fans. It's kind of a shit game. It really is. It's super badly designed, and it was a result of severe overscope. Oh yeah, you're seeing now. They're giving me soul. Yay! Thank you, Weaverlings. All right, out here in Kingdom's Edge, there's a little special something I want to show. If we climb further down, first of all, hello. You must have died in your own battle. I think this is such a cool reveal of the Colosseum, because you can't unlock the Colosseum, you can't access the Colosseum until you first discover Kingdom's Edge and then climb up to the top. The game is structured that way, so you have to climb up through Kingdom's Edge before you can see it, and the entire time you're climbing up, you're seeing these bodies fall down. You're like, where's this coming from? And then you climb up and you find out from where. Such a great way to introduce that area. I love it so much. The spiders were killing him. I may as well finish him off. I don't want to leave him in, like, a pile of misery. Anyway, speaking of the dead bodies, rest in peace, Tiso. This is him. You remember him? He was the one that went, "Pale thing, you actually ride the stagways? Come find the arena, then we can test your true mettle." He fought on his own in his own Colosseum trial, and apparently lost. I mean, kind of serves him right. He was kind of arrogant, but, you know, any warrior's pretty much any warrior is arrogant, honestly. They're like, yeah, we'll do it. I'll beat the bad guy. I'm dead. Kind of looks like he has Link's hat on, or had Link's hat on. His shield was also knocked away by something. I'm not sure who did that. I think maybe I did it while trying to swing at him, trying to swing at the enemies, but yeah. Too bad we couldn't see him in combat. He probably sucked anyway. He was probably like Zote. I shouldn't say this about someone who died, but, you know, he probably sucked anyway. What was that? Okay, replay. I swear that primal aspen projectile was invisible. Am I crazy? Or did I just get cheated? You know what? That's what you get, stupid boo-fly. Watch where you're standing next time. Sheesh. Sheesh. That's something I should say more. Then again, I also find it kind of annoying, so maybe I shouldn't say it more. I like G's fine enough. Sheesh is just, I don't know. Doesn't have the same feeling to me as G's or Jesus. Alrighty. Back in the City of Tears. I think you know where I'm headed to. So let's head that direction. Waste no further time. This is going to be the last area. Okay, well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, technically not, but one of the last areas we're going to check out in City of Tears. And might I just say, what an incredible area this is. City of Tears is by far my favorite area in this game. I love the sunken city aesthetic. I've said before how I find that really fascinating. And I love how it's raining. The music is gorgeous. Some views like this are really cool looking. There's a part of me that kind of likes the inability to see what the whole city looks like from the character's perspective, because then it remains in your imagination, and what's in your head is always cooler than what it actually is. And then there's the variety of places you have to explore. We had the starting area. It was very blue. It had a lot of the standard Wandering Husk enemies. Nothing too crazy. Had a lot of sentries as well. Then we have this eastern side, which has a lot of the more rich people husks, as I'm going to call them. That's what I'm going to call this variety of enemy. Along with the Great Husk sentries in this downtown area. We have the spa up above with a ghost and a hot spring to chill in. We have the King's Station, which has like a huge connection of stag stations. We had the Soul Sanctum up here, which had a completely different vibe to the rest of the place and had its own brand of enemies. We had this section that contains the Nailsmith's Hut that goes back towards fungal wastes. There's so much visual variety in this area, and we have yet to see all of it, because we're about to climb up the Watcher's Spire for the first time. Let's see what this place is like. Surely it can't be... I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna stop there. Let's move on. Alright, so I think I've broken through this floor before, but we have not been up here yet, because we were unable to access it until now. Or were we? Well, okay, that was kind of a bad showcase. Let me leave the room and come back. Sick of resetting this elevator. I'll just climb above it. There we go! It is possible to bounce off of the background objects and enter this place without double jump as a result. It's pretty cool. I haven't personally never tried taking it out without having double jump, so I don't know how it is. I have a feeling it's quite a bit harder though, and you'll see why very shortly. Not these guys won't be though. They're just the same sentries, the same enemies we've seen in the rest of the City of Tears. They're nothing new. But here's our final aesthetic of City of Tears, or one of our final aesthetics. You may never know. There might be more to this place yet. This really cool building that's all decorated, and it's covered in, like, more coral-looking, coral-colored floors and whatnot. It's definitely a lot more fancy than this building over here, which just tells you that this is the cheapo side of City of Tears. This is the slums, where the impoverished live. Is impoverished the right word? I'm not really sure. Go left, and we have... one of my favorite benches in the entire game. Oh my god, I love this one. I love this one because not only is it a nice, cozy, warm light, but it's the only bench in the game where you get to hear the outdoor City of Tears music. Not to mention you have a view of the skyway up above, and outside of this window, if we look at the map, we are right here. Outside of this window is the Fountain Square, and I love that little bit of world connectivity. If you were able to look out the window over there, you would be able to see the Fountain Square. And Lamb's shop on the other side. What an awesome view that must be. I wish I could see it. Here I go again with this. Alright, I actually think I'm gonna switch off Weaver Song. I did show their little effect, but now that we're here, I think I want to find my way up to the top without them. Sorry guys, them's the rules. Equip Dream Wielder, and then how about... take off Shaman Stone. I think I've done that enough, used that enough. Maybe... oh, I wanted to show Shaman Stone and Fluke Nest together. I guess we could do that then. Let's put on Shaman Stone and Fluke Nest together, and I'll overcharm myself, because why not? Let's go! I did say I should probably increase the challenge like that. It's like I'm turning on hard mode and like the enemies are doing double damage or something. That's kind of what it is. It's a little bit of a hard mode though, a weird roundabout way of activating a hard mode. You know, as if this game needed a hard mode with how hard it is already. Okay, so With Shaman Stone and Fluke Nest together, the size of the flukes is slightly bigger, and I think they also deal more damage. I shall, in one moment, go and check my notes to see how much more damage it is. Oh, God. Okay, well, good thing is these guys are so easily exploitable. You can get heals from them easily. Just, if you play dumb and get hit like I did just then, holy shit, that's half of my health gone in an instant. We heard a door open from the other side. Ah, I see. So this will be very exciting to tell you. I have very exciting information for you. So the normal damage that Fluke Nest deals per fluke is 4. With Shaman Stone, that gets increased to 5! But why aren't you clapping? Aren't you excited? It's 5 damage. Okay, but seriously, because all of them need to hit, it does increase the damage by quite a lot. It's like, okay, hold on, let me see. The total damage goes from 36 to 45. I guess, sure, that's kind of cool, maybe. Pow, you down. There we go. At some point, I just gotta start showing Fluke Nest combined with other charms. Maybe I should show the freaking Defender's Crest combinations already. Hello, there was gonna be an elevator here, and then someone smashed it. It was probably that big guy there, the heavy sentry, in a fit of rage. All right, climbing up to the second floor, we have paintings of the bugs of Hallownest with something leaking out of their eyes. Wonder what that's about. Also, I just barely... I did not know you could do... You can do that? What the hell? I didn't know that. I swear all the flukes were gone by the time he died. Interesting. Anyway, this guy's small. He doesn't deserve as big of a portrait as the others. Look at how much room this one has. Look at how much room is at the top there. He got the huge frame just because. Isn't he the cowardly one, though? In a combat situation, sure, but in a business meeting, that guy owns the show, so he gets the biggest frame, even if he can't fit in it. That's really funny. If that's the intention, that's really funny storytelling. Okay, we opened the gate that crosses back to the slum building where Lem is, down below. We are in Lem's little building right here. The Soul Sanctum building, it can also be referred to as. Now we have a nice convenient shortcut across the way. I also love how interconnected the city gets the more you progress through the game. At first, there's blockades everywhere, but then as you slowly progress and unlock all of them, it's this huge web of, like, interconnecting buildings, and oh my god, it's so cool, and there's so much variety, and you get to explore a capital city of this place, and it's so cool looking. I suppose that is a little bit drab and blue, you know. Blue is a color this game uses all the time, everywhere, and so you get a little tired of seeing it, but, you know, it's still fine. Do I have Dream Wielder on? Okay, good, because I should. Because up here, we're about to have some combat, and I want some healing abilities. Hello. Okay, so there should be someone else in the room with you. It is a Lance Sentry, because of course it has to be. It has to be a spear user. Oh god, okay. Grub Song will help me a lot here. I'm gonna heal up, just so I don't die from this guy. That would have killed me. Okay. I'm gonna do the method, the cheese. It's not really cheese, because you still have to react to things. You still have to be good at fighting them in order to get this. So it's not really a cheese, but you know. There you go. Ooh, that was cool. Oh man, that was so fun. I get to be healed to full as well. So here's a way you can tell the difference between a grub and a grub mimic, since we've seen the grub mimic earlier. I'll be able to show off this off in more detail later. But if you dream nail them, and they say home with a big text box like this, that's how you know they're real. No problem. Scurry on home. I gotta visit the Grub Father at some point. I've saved so many grubs, and I've been meaning to go back to him for a long time now, but I've been forgetting each and every time, so that'll definitely be something we take care of after this dreamer. No more dreaming aloud. Stop sleeping. Wake the fuck up already. I guess that's our idea. I will kill you in your sleep, so you better try to keep away. Does anyone remember that? That might just be a meme, I know. Hello, Gorons? Gorons in armor? Here's the tip. These guys are dream nailable. So be sure to get your soul right here. Get your free soul, may as well. Defend seal. All you up at the top there. You're infected, aren't you? You're infected Lumaflies, or something of the sort. Welcome to infamy, the Watcher Knight. Or perhaps Watcher Knights. If you know, you know. You're about to find out in like 30 seconds. The Watcher Knights can swing their nail like that, or they can roll along the ground. When they roll, they can either roll straight forwards, or they can bounce. Whichever one they do, they will actually indicate right before rolling. As you can see, that guy was like rearing back to charge up, and then he started bouncing right before he bounced there. It's a little bit hard to see, but it is there. Oh my god, that'll probably do a lot of damage. And as you can see, a second one has awoken. Don't worry, there will not be a third. Only 2 can be active at a time. But you are given only a little bit of time to deal with one before another one comes. It comes in like 20 seconds into the battle. From there, they will overlap their attacks, and you just have to react to them on the fly and hit them when you can. One tip I have for this fight that I think made me improve at it so much: take care not to waste your double jump and your dash in midair. That can get you in so many risky situations. You want to stick to single jumps if you can, only double jumping or dashing when you have to. Dashing midair, to be specific. All right, there we go. So you see he charges back there, and then this guy bounced. You can also tell if they have the particle effects in the back. That's how you know they're gonna roll, if they're on screen as they do. Careful if they're rolling straight ahead and you're nearby a wall, because they bounce off of it when they do, and they can sometimes bounce really far off of it with no warning, and I never have any idea why they do. It's the worst thing about this fight for sure. Otherwise, I'll have to disagree with the naysayers here. I love this battle, and I think it is one of the best examples of a two-person boss fight in this game. Okay. And in video games in general, honestly. Oh god, okay, good. Oh crap, okay. I might actually die here. Shit. Total number of these guys you have to take out is 6! Okay, heal. Okay, heal. Okay, I have 2 hits now. I'll go back to attack mode. Total number of guys you have to take out is 6. There is a way to reduce that. I'll be showing afterwards. Right now, I have 3 guys left. It'll be all the ones that are in, like, the near foreground. All those ones in the background will not be a part of the battle. Only the Watcher Knights in the near foreground will be, and so there are only 6 of them. Okay. And here we go. Okay. I'm so glad I'm starting to overcharge, man. I should have done this a while ago. Would have made bosses so much more fun that way. Okay. Here we go. These 2 are the last 2. You can tell because there are no longer any infected flies up on the ceiling. That is how you know you are down to the last 2 of them. Okay, now we're down to the last one, and when it's the last one, it's much easier. Alright. Okay. I basically had to get good at this fight for my challenge run I did at the start of this year, where I tried to beat this game on the permanent death mode without being allowed to heal myself, without using benches. And this fight killed me in my first run, so I had to, like, learn them, get better at them, and that's how I discovered the no wasting double jump or dash strategy. Be careful not to use them up too quickly, too hastily. That's the fight. This is the boss guarding this dreamer. After this point, the dreamer is all ours. And this is potentially the reason why Hera the Beast doesn't have a boss. Because I heard someone mention, and it makes a lot more sense when you think of it this way, each dreamer might be testing a certain facet of this game. Lurien the Watcher here is testing your combat by giving you the Watcher Knights, one of the harder battles in the game. Monomon the Teacher is giving you a boss fight, but it's more of a boss based on platforming, staying afloat, not falling into acid, not touching the electricity, you know, it's focused on movement and positioning more so than actually fighting, considering it's invulnerable half the time. More than half the time. So she's kind of testing your platforming abilities, especially if you don't have Isma's Tear. And finally, Hera the Beast tests your navigation by being at the end of Deep Nest, one of the harder areas in the game to get through, navigation-wise. That said, navigating is not hard. I mean, stumble around in this room long enough and you'll find the way through eventually. So, Hera the Beast is definitely the easiest one, and still, I think I would prefer having some kind of battle before her. Maybe a spider enemy you'd have to chase around the nest. You explore the beast's den first, and then you learn its layout, and then you're given a challenge, an enemy you have to chase through it as like your final navigation challenge. That actually could have been really cool, and now I'm sad that they didn't add it. If that's what they were going for. That assumes that they were actually going for the whole, you know, combat, platforming, navigation type of thing. It's possible they weren't. Just outside the battle is a ceiling you can break open that leads to a special part of the room. If you hit the rope holding up the chandelier, it will fall and crash. And if the fight hasn't been fought yet, the Watcher Knight that was sitting here will be broken apart into pieces. Rather, the Watcher Knight armor, since it was the infected flies controlling them, will be broken into pieces, essentially removing him from the fight and meaning you only have to fight 5 of them. That's pretty cool, honestly. I don't think I've heard of a video game. Okay, well, no, I definitely have heard of video games allowing for, like, secrets to make the bosses easier, but it's really cool how you could just go up there, knock the chandelier on one of them to take them out of the battle permanently. You can't knock the other chandelier down, though. There's no way to do that. Alright. That battle complete. There's nothing left to do but to climb up to the top of the spire. Hallow Nest seal for us. Hit you open. Take the geo from within. 609. 655, more specifically. I don't have much use for this geo anymore, but I'll keep it. I'll hoard it. I like hoarding money. Hello, I like money. One final comment I have is that one song that goes dum 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 when you beat certain bosses in this game. That should have been for every boss, in my opinion. It's so satisfying when you hear it, and it's so unsatisfying when you don't hear it at the end of a fight. Hey guys, what's up? You guys look sad. Cannot watch longer. Master, too tired. That sounds like a you problem. You should have drunk the caffeine. Or you guys should have taken over in shifts. What I believe that's saying is that Lurien the Watcher was once the Watcher. The Watcher, he watched over the City of Tears. But since he became a dreamer, he was no longer available to do so. And so he kind of passed down the task to those guys. And then they were watching so long that they died. Fucking idiots. Climb up to the top past those 3 statues of Lurien the Watcher. One was not enough, apparently. We have this telescope. This shot is so cool. It's one of the only times that, as I was saying before, you get to view City of Tears outside of the normal game's camera. And to see that it looks like this from above... Yeah, I'll just say it. The City of Tears is if Studio Ghibli created Bloodborne. This would be their rendition of Yharnam. With rain and all. I kind of wish rain was a more common thing in the old Soulsborne games. It was in Dark Souls 2, but it never actually became a real thing until Elden Ring. And then when they did it in Elden Ring, they just made the world go completely foggy whenever it started. Like, the rain doesn't look cool at all. Anyway, this isn't Elden Ring we're talking about. I just want to stay on this screen for a while because it's cool. Don't worry, there's no jump scare. It's just the Vengeflies that go by. That's it. That's the only thing that happens on this screen. As far as I know, there might be a super special secret hidden thing that is on the screen if you wait on it for 10 hours. But if there were, people would have probably data mined it up anyway, so probably not. That is it. The telescope is aimed towards Soul Sanctum. We are right here. We are right here at the top, and this is aimed directly towards Soul Sanctum, meaning Lurien the Watcher was keeping an eye on this place. And considering the nefarious deeds they were doing, yeah, it's no wonder that Lurien was appointed the task of watching over Soul Sanctum, make sure they don't get too out of line. But once he became a dreamer and his task was passed down to less capable folks, the Soul Sanctum basically had free range to do whatever they wanted at that point. So, and that developed into what you see the inside of Soul Sanctum. Wish I could have worded that better, whatever. Lurien must have painted this. I mean, he watches the tops of the cities all day. Makes sense. That looks so cool. I don't know if the City of Tears has an actual name aside from City of Tears. Like, if it has a capital city name, something like Landell. There's a single cowardly husk in this room, and if you dream nail him... Master, so long. Master, so long. You have anything else? Light calls. Because he's infected. And that's it. I serve. I think that this is unique Dreamnail dialogue. None of the other cowardly husks say this, and I don't believe this guy respawns either. He's a special one. Man, one of these guys gets to be special for once in his life. That is the highest honor they've ever gotten. Sleeping figure lays atop the stone plinth. King beloved, to sleep, to serve. Bonds must remain. 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 That's the last one. We will now be on our way to the Temple of the Black Egg to see what we opened. Nice detail how the candles surrounding the Dreamers, or at least surrounding this guy and Hera the Beast, blow out once you've killed them. Pretty cool. You've taken away all the light from this sector of the game. I love this slow climb up to the top of the Spire. It's really cool, really nice atmosphere. Definitely a great piece of downtime to come after the very intense fight with the Watcher Knights. Behind one of the Lurien statues, I think it's the second one, but I could be wrong. It is not the second one, it's the third one. You can destroy all of them if you want, but there's also this hidden tablet. Sleep beckons eternal, and these words become my last. Though my gaze shall no longer fall upon this city, I will act forever in its protection. For king, for bug, for Hallownest, I head now to my rest. So it sounds like the Dreamers were put in place to seal away the temple in an attempt to stop the infection. An attempt that clearly didn't work. As we know, the infection is coming from that temple, so whatever's in there must be causing the infection. And so their plan was to lock it away behind 3 locks. Unfortunately, it ended up getting out anyway, because the infection attacks you through your dreams. And, you know, when you're an animal, sleeping is kind of something you have to do. Can't really avoid dreaming. So, eventually it spread out from the temple and killed everyone in Hallownest. So, their efforts were in vain. And supposedly, by taking out the seals and gaining access to the temple, we're able to do something about it. Just looking around the map to make sure there's no final topic I want to cover before we do this. How much essence do I have? my charms are scared. Okay, same amount. Oh yeah, journal entries! Let's take a moment to read these! When these silent warriors fall in battle, their bodies split open and strange bugs come flying out. I wonder, what will come flying out of me when I die? Will my hopes and fears drift away into the darkness? Strong and quick, when they rear back, either move out of the way or prepare to strike back. Or they could, you know, rear back off screen and then you kind of don't get a say in the matter. Oh my god, I have to kill these guys again? And these guys again. I think some of these might be in the third trial, though. Not entirely sure. 5 more of you, but I do have this guy. You can hit this warrior spinning weapons out of the air straight back into them. Useful they managed to corner you. Hey, a combat tip. 10 more of you, 13 more of you. Okay. Alright, think we're all caught up on journal entries. Let's get back up to Dirtmouth. To say goodbye to everyone before we head into this dangerous temple of death. Alright, let's fix this charm situation here. What do I want to equip? Alright, this is a bit of a hodgepodge, but I'll probably go with it. Got some bonus health, some bonus healing ability, though it is gonna indirectly nerf Baldur Shell by the heals going so much faster. I guess I could swap out Baldur Shell for something else. I just don't think it's gonna be that useful. Stalwart Shell, I guess. Why not? Fine filler 2-notch charm. Or no. How about this, and then this? We'll go with that. I also love how the charms text is gone from the menu. The equipped text, I mean, is gone from the menu after being overcharmed. You're saying the same thing. You are supposed to have different dialogue at this point, but sure, I guess you don't. Okay, actually, I think I remember when your dialogue changes. And it's a bit weird of a time, but sure. Just gonna check back again, you. No, I know you don't have any stock. I'm just checking. Maybe you picked up a rancid egg somewhere and want to sell it to me for more money. I'd be willing to accept that. Hey, have you picked up another map to sell? No. Alright then, I guess we'll stop by the Grub family, and then make our way over to the temple, as I've been saying and hyping up for the past like 30 minutes. How's my favorite village of grubs doing? Gotten so many of them. Look at that. The Geo did not come from the grub father there. When you stand underneath him, it looks fine, but when you're far away, it's a little off. Just a little bit. What could this be? A king's idol? Okay. I sound like Lem now. Oh my god. I can't see any holes that aren't filled. Okay, there's one there, one there. One there. Oh man, we're in the single digits of grubs to save. I can't believe that. Well, I might have to wait until later. For now, let's go put a stop to this mess. Or at least try to. I mean, judging by the fact that I said I'll be doing stuff later, this probably isn't the end, but you know what I mean. Pop those cherries, pop those orange slices. I don't know. They look vaguely like that. Into the temple. Comforting. And welcoming, too. The visual of a huge dark space with these glowing tablets is so cool. This looks like an alternate dimension, almost. I don't think it's supposed to be, but I mean, it could be. If it is an actual physical space, then it's really weird that this is located directly underneath Dirtmouth. Like right here, underneath this one room in Crystal Peak. There's this whole majesty awaiting you. Because it's not really majesty since you can barely see half of it, but you know. Also, really cool bench design. A holographic back supporter? I've never seen such a thing. I'm happy with my charms as they are right now. Let's read this final billboard. Vessel, though bound, you shall know the state of the world. Hallownest will be whole again. A vessel, huh? Completion percentage is now viewable in the inventory upon reading this tablet, unlocking a secret ability called World Sense that lets you see that. I'm very curious to see what mine is. I'm a guess 95%? 81%? Oh wow, that's a lot lower than I thought. But it does make sense. I am lacking a lot of upgrades and things. Yes, there's that much more to do beyond this point. It's worth noting straight away that in the current version of Hollow Knight, completion does not stop at 100%. It stops at 112%. Why? I'll explain later. World Sense also unlocks something else in one of your other menus, but we'll cover that at a later time. I didn't realize the light around the bench here pulsates. That's really cool. Alright, let's go meet this vessel, this bound vessel. The Hollow Knight looks eerily similar to us, though much bigger and much lankier too. Starts off with 2 attacks, a triple slash that goes forward after each slash, and then a forward lunge like that. Just want to jump to avoid the lunge, and do something similar to avoid the triple slash, though that one's a little bit weirder. He'll teleport occasionally after every attack, and then usually launch another one right afterwards, so be on the alert. Okay, we got one of our lifeblood hits taken away, that's fine. Got Mark of Pride, so I should be able to hit him from further away in this more safe zone. I can also blast him with Soul like this, though I did take off Shaman Stone, so it's going to be a much weaker blast. He can also guard like that. If you hit him during that, he will counterattack immediately. And then after yelling there, taking out his health a little bit, he enters a phase 2 where he gains new attacks. One where he launches those like that. You want to back up and dodge through like that. Like I just did. Okay, watch where they're going to go. Like, basically go backwards until one hits the ground right next to you, then dodge the other way. Then there's that where you unleashes Pillars of Infection. If those hit you, they deal 2 damage. This is the first boss we fought, I believe, that intermixes 2 damage attacks with its normal 1 damage attacks. It's pretty cool in that way. Alright. Got another one of that. Those always emanate from an aura around it, though I'm not really sure. It seems a little less consistent. Sometimes he's surrounded by 4, and I'm not sure why. I shouldn't be saying he. Technically, this is an it. We don't know which one it is. Or rather, it has none. That's what it is. That's the more accurate statement. It can also sometimes jump without anything. Was that in the attack afterwards? Damn it, that's the counter. Okay. I'm gonna heal, actually, after that, because I am getting a little sloppy. Okay. You can do that on a whim, so it's definitely hard to watch out for. Okay, I managed to barely avoid it there. Down strike. Hope it doesn't jump as it's doing that. Even though it might seem so at first, the fight is not over. But it does gain the ability to stab itself as a move. I wouldn't call it an attack. It also gains the ability to drop on you like that. Fly in the air and drop on you. I find it easiest to dodge that attack if you dash back and forth. There's also this. Just dodge the fireballs as they come. Simple enough. Keep going. As cruel as it might seem, you simply must persist. Keep going. Take advantage of the times when it's staggered on the ground. After the attack it's doing violently drops itself. Catch through. Okay. There's that. I'm starting to think we're not fighting the Hollow Knight. Wow. Close. In Phase 4, it loses all of its abilities, except for 2. The Slam Down attack, the ability to stab itself, if you can call it an ability, and one more. A weakened version of the triple slash. It only gets 1 slash out. The background is filled with smoke. We're nearing the end. And that is one ending of Hollow Knight. As you can clearly surmise by my commentary and me building things up for the future, this is not the end of this playthrough. This is an ending you can achieve at this point. If all you want to do is see the credits roll, and then you can consider your time at the game done, you can follow the route that I did, and have a perfectly satisfactory experience, honestly. Unless you feel empty not knowing what all those little corners in the world that you missed have behind them, which I can certainly understand. I love that fight so much. The music is awesome. I let you listen to it for a good while there. It's known as Sealed Vessel, and I definitely recommend giving it a listen on your own. It is wonderful. And it also brings up a lot of questions. To explain what just happened in the end there, basically, the Hollow Knight was a vessel meant to contain the infection, and it obviously didn't work. At the beginning of the game, we can actually see the vessel's shell cracking from a burst of infection that came from within. I believe it is that cracking that caused everything in Hallownest to reanimate and become zombies. And, like, everyone you talk to says this is a very recent occurrence, that everyone's all, like, angry like this. And I think that's why. The Hollow Knight's crying out in the opening is also what I believe draws the character into Hollow Knight, draws the main character in, though the main character doesn't know anything more beyond that. It's mainly because they're kind of just an empty, no thoughts, head empty little guy. They have no idea what's going on, and so, basically they just had to explore the world and figure it out. In the end there, we slayed the Hollow Knight so that we could take its place and hopefully contain the infection ourselves. And it might be a temporary solution, but it's obviously not a perfect one, because we could be the same way. The same exact thing could happen to us. Our shell could crack from a burst of infection, and then it will just happen all over again. So though it is an ending to the story, locking ourselves up in the temple forever to hopefully keep the infection out, it's certainly not the best one. So, next time on Hollow Knight, we're going to continue our adventure and seek out a better solution. Thank you all so much for watching, if you did, and as always, we will meet again soon on the road ahead.